Support for Radio Friends comes from Labrunerie Financial, where they work to ensure a lifetime of financial security for people from all walks of life, from investment services to retirement plans. If you're looking for a trustworthy company that has the experience and knowledge to put your interests first, contact Labrunerie Financial, a community-based investment counseling firm since 1966. Good morning and welcome to Radio Friends on Monday, November the 29th. Good to have you with us today. We have our two dentist friends, husband and wife, Dr. Philip Batson and Dr. Elizabeth Abe from Columbia Healthy Smiles. Good to have both of you here.
Thanks for having us.
Aloha, Elizabeth.
Aloha.
Right. Today, we've covered a lot of things with dentistry. Today, we're going to talk about braces. Now, when I think of braces, I think mainly of young people being fitted with braces. Is that basically true, or do middle-aged and older people decide at one point they want braces?
All of the above. It's still true that a lot of times orthodontics is caught and treated in adolescence, in those preteen, teenage years. But a lot more people are looking to do it in their 20s, 30s, 60s, 70s.
60s and 70s?
Yeah, absolutely.
So when would braces be called for if you're 60 years old or 70 years old?
Mainly usually for aesthetic reasons, just wanting, that straight smile. Sometimes we need to do it before you can do some major restorative work, just to get the best aesthetic outcome.
So even if you're in your 60s and 70s, you can still, the teeth can still be adjusted?
Yes, it's a little bit different. I mean, sometimes when it's teenagers or adolescents, you're catching things that have to do with their growth, and using that to your advantage. Now you don't have that same advantage when you're older.
Right.
But you can still accomplish movement.
Okay. We've heard a lot about Invisalign. What are Invisalign braces?
So Invisalign is a clear aligner type of brace orthodontics. So Invisalign's a name brand, kind of like Kleenex, and but clear aligners are clear braces. They're a set of retainers that people do in sets, and then every week to 2 weeks they're switching out one of those aligners for another aligner, and it's a progressive movement steps, and sometimes they have to be, and so instead of having the bands and brackets that we think of with traditional braces, it's these clear aligners that are fitted over the teeth that propagate the movement of the teeth.
So, okay, when I think of braces, I think of those metal bands that you see across your teeth.
Yep.
Right? And you put those on, and then what do? You screw them so they tighten up a little bit? Is that how that works?
So that probably how it was done a long time ago. Currently, they actually bond the little tiny metal brackets to each tooth, and then the wire gets changed, and that's what changes kind of that feel, that tightness, as you step up in the thickness of your wire.
Okay, so those are braces that you can see. Mm-hmm. But with the Invisalign braces, you're saying somebody could have braces on and you can't tell it?
It'd be very subtle. If you're very close in proximity talking with someone, you might be able to see the outline or the sheen of those clear aligners, because it is a clear, plastic type material. And so if you're close enough, you might be able to see. But, from a distance and a photograph, you really can't tell. And it's just one way that people, can do braces without having the band and brackets like the traditional look.
Yeah. But are they as effective? Are they going to adjust the teeth as well as the bands?
There are some cons to them. I mean, you can't do as much as you can with traditional braces, but they're making a lot of steps forward in different ways to try to accomplish the same things.
Okay.
And the technology is really good with the clear aligners. A lot really, like Dr. Abbott was saying, a lot really can be done for the movements. And, it like with most things in dentistry, it is case by case specific, to of what the best treatment, plan is. The one big thing with any of the clear aligners is patient compliance, because they're not fixed to the teeth. Patient compliance is a really big deal. Because
you mean the patient can take them out?
They take them in and out. So they take them out to eat, but patients need to wear these clear aligners 22 hours a day.
22 hours a day?
Yeah, you basically only take them out to eat and drink anything that's not water. You can drink water with them in, but everything else you got to take them out. So patient compliance is huge. So if you don't wear them 22 hours a day, or you're not going to see the progression and movement that you are wanting to see, and that is something that we always talk with patients about, is they have to be very compliant with the clear aligners.
Okay, so when you put these Invisaligners in, you keep them in, then when you eat, you take them out. Mm-hmm. You brush your teeth with them out, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And do you brush those Invisaligners too?
Brush them, clean them real gently, run them under water, just keep just
and then you insert them yourself again.
Put them back in, yep.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
Unlike the metal braces, they stay in all the time.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And you brush your teeth with them and you eat with them.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay. So the main advantage then, if somebody listening decides that they need braces, you can go one of two ways. You can do the Invisalign, or you can do the traditional.
Mm-hmm.
The traditional. Is there ever a point where somebody would come in and say, you decide they need braces, but they're not a candidate for the Invisalign, that they would have to go to the traditional type braces?
Yes, there are certain cases that usually, if it's complicated, you'd probably want to see an orthodontist who specializes in the treatment of that. And so there are definitely cases where traditional braces would be more of an advantage.
Okay, so what it boils down to, each person is different. And when you see your dentist, you can discuss that with them, whether you want the Invisalign or you want the traditional braces or no braces at all.
Yeah.
Right.
Now, could a 60 or 70-year-old use Invisalign too? Or
Absolutely. Sometimes it's just to correct some, like Dr. Abbey said earlier, aesthetic concerns, potential some crowding issues, that have just accumulated over time if the teeth have not stayed in. And some people, they did ortho as a teenager, and then when they're in their adult life, if their teeth have shifted or moved again, and they want them to get them back straight,
you do it again.
They'll do it again. Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. If you want more information on any of this, you can give them a call. Columbia Healthy Smiles, and your phone number is?
It's 573-875-7071.
Okay. And check it out on the web too.
Yep, ColumbiaHealthySmiles.com.
Remember, whatever you do, brush your teeth after every meal, right?
Absolutely.
Okay. And rinse your mouth out with water if you can't brush your teeth. That's something you taught me that
absolutely.
Too. All right, we're out of time for today. Thank you so much for coming by.
Thanks, Paul.
Thank you.
Something you'd like to hear or see, drop me an email, pepperp@missouri.edu. Bye-bye.